Hey, what's eating you? Well, I have this new idea for the campaign, and I think I'm going to go out on a limb and present it to the boss. Say what? Hello, and welcome back to a new episode of Say What? The expression of today, to go out on a limb. Let's start. Okay, so the expression is to go out on a limb. So to go out on is not really difficult. We know the meaning of to go out on. But in this case, we are going out on what? Going out on a limb. L-I-M-B. So what is a limb? Well, usually we think of limbs as our arms and legs. So you have two legs, two arms, and you have four limbs. So arms and legs are limbs. But we also use limbs when we talk about trees. So imagine a tree. You have this big central thing, and that is the trunk. This is the big part of the tree. But in this part, you don't have leaves. All of this is usually brown or of a dark color. So where are the leaves? Where is the green part of the tree? Is on the branches. So you have the trunk, and then you have some branches that open up in different directions. So these branches can be short, but if these branches are long, if they are big or large, then these are limbs. Okay, so big branches of a tree, these are called limbs. So now the expression makes a little more sense. We say to go out on a limb. So let's imagine this. Let's imagine that you start climbing a tree. Okay? So when we were kids, that's something we used to do. We would climb up trees. So you are on top of a tree, and you are like right next to the trunk, standing on a branch, standing on a limb. In this moment, you don't feel very safe because the branch, the limb, is not maybe very resistant. So you have to be careful. So what happens if you start walking on the limb and you want to walk up to the end of the limb? Is that a safe thing to do? No, because the limb is not resistant and it may break and you may fall to the ground. So if you decide to walk on the limb, you are taking a risk. You are doing something that most people would not do, that it's dangerous, that is bold, but you are doing it. You are taking a risk. And that is exactly the meaning of this expression. So we say to go out on a limb when we say to take a risk. This risk can be something you say or can be something you do. For example, let's say that you are working at a company and you like your job, but you are not completely satisfied and you want more, and you have an idea for a business, and you say, okay, I have these two options. I can stay in my job, I have a salary, so I have financial security, I don't have any problems here with the money. But if I decide to leave my job and start my own company, now this is risky. I have some difficulties. Maybe the money is not a guarantee. I am not sure if this is going to work. So if you decide to step out of your job, step out of your comfort zone and move to your new company, you are going out on a limb. You are doing something that is risky, that you don't have any certainty that it will work, but you go out on a limb and you do it. Now, we can check the example we used in the beginning. So this guy says, well, one guy asks, what's eating you? And he says, well, I have this new idea for the campaign, and I think I'm going to go out on a limb and tell it to the boss. So maybe he works, I don't know, maybe he works in advertising, and he had an idea, and he says, I am going to go out on a limb and tell it to the boss. So he's not sure, maybe his idea is not good, maybe his boss is not going to like it, but he is going to go out on a limb, he is going to take a risk, and he is going to present his idea. That's not something that all people do, but he is going to take the risk. Another example could be when you make like a prediction, but it's a wild prediction, a wild guess. For example, maybe you know a couple, let's say a husband and a wife, and you notice some things. You say, I don't know, they look distant, or I have seen the husband going out of a bar late at night. So you don't have any information that is absolutely true. You don't know anything, but maybe you say, I am going to go out on a limb and say that he's cheating on her. So you don't have real information, and what you are saying is only based on what you think, on what you have seen, but you don't have any real concrete information, but you go out on a limb and say that. You make your guess. So that's how we use this expression, to go out on a limb, to take a risk when you say something or when you do something. Do or say something that most people don't. Okay? So I would like to see down here in the comment section, what examples can you make using this expression? Write a conversation and I will check it. So don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to help us make more videos, you can do that following the link down here or the card you will have here. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next week for a new video, and keep it simple.